All right, 2saint. This matchup has, the discourse has changed about this matchup, certainly, recently, right? I feel like, truthfully, Hungrybox is still kind of ending up on top more often than not. Yeah, it's interesting to see kind of how the perspective has shifted a little bit.
I tell you what, Panos, I think Blake's good at this matchup. He's the Peach that I know the best. Lod won once or twice. I still think the matchup's terrible.
Yeah,
Peach.
okay.
I'll tell you what.
Fair enough.
I think it's bad. Not free. I think it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have opinions, right?
Absolutely.
I'll do the. There's sports writers out there and stuff that just take opinions they don't even believe in for the sake of the content, right? That is an opinion I do believe in, so I'll take it.
All right, so we got a pretty even game here. Honestly, not that many turnips being pulled thus far from Bbatts, which is normally what you expect as the strategy in this matchup, right? I know Yoshi's a little bit smaller stage, but
not only that, but 2saint plays quirky.
That's true.
Is the way to put it for sure. Oh, the up air's going to do it. Nice. Yeah, Bbatts obviously has a fair amount of knowledge of this matchup, picking plenty of options that are specifically good versus floaties and puff. Like there was a dare to get back earlier in a spot where you normally wouldn't do it. A couple of aerials strong, almost knocked 2saint all the way into the blast zone, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, at Creed, kind of Bbatts' like breakout performance. He did defeat 2saint in grand finals of that tournament to win it from winners. So definitely a little bit of history here between these two.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, really favoring the dare above 2saint. And I think you can up air that, but it's a big commitment. So that must be part of the game plan. Get 2saint to try the up air, and then eventually you can just like drift to the side and get a punish. That's got to be in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, up air, of course you fish for up air where you can, because up air will KO it fairly early against Puff.
Yes. Oh,
wow.
Power Shield Brow. That was really nice.
Oh, you know, I forgot to check and see if has 2saint been able to wave dash. There was only one shield there.
Yeah, I saw a little shield flash, so I'm optimistic.
Oh, there's wave lands and things. It must be fixed.
Yeah, yeah.
It must be. There are some controller modders, is that what they're called? Controller technicians, that's what I'm gonna call them, in the venue.
I like that.
So I'm sure they helped. Controller mechanics. Controller engineers. Yeah, just floating underneath Bbatts is 2saint. Yeah, uses the edge cancel, but it gets read by Bbatts.
Crucial get-up attack there.
Okay, it looks like Bbatts is opting for the put hitboxes all over where Puff wants to be style, which is not a bad one.
Yes, Bbatts and Blake are actually very similar Peaches in that they just use moves all the time.
Move users, yeah.
They just like don't let themselves not use moves at all.
Well, there are some places where it makes a lot of sense as Peach because you're not adding any lag after float, right? Whereas with other characters, it's like an additional small commitment. But there's like actually no downside sometimes.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
only real downside of using a move is that you can no longer wait and use the move.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're sort of, you know, committed to that timing and not any future one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, little turnip. Yeah, so Bbatts does pull turnips when time allows. When time and space allows, it looks like. It's a very scrappy version of Peach Puff.
Yes. Oh, nice chase with the down air there.
Ends up with a turnip. You probably actually don't want that.
No. Oh, man. Another call out from Bbatts.
Wow. I like the slap, run off platform, float, a huge combo.
That was really good because
yeah,
2saint was definitely holding in, expecting another back air or an air or something and killing off the side, right? And Bbatts with the instant recognition and being like, okay, I just up air here and it's an early kill.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
I was impressed just by the run off the platform, float back air.
Yeah,
and then it turned into that huge combo. Yeah, and I mean, those like quick tactical kills are not something you're going to see on either side of the matchup very often. So when you can get on that, I mean, that's a game changer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, back air and a down smash.
And that is one thing I will say about the set that these two had at Creed. Bbatts was like kind of owning 2saint, like in the punish game, which is not something you normally hear people talk about Peach in this matchup. In fact, the rhetoric normally is like, oh, Peach doesn't really have a punish game.
They get one hit and
yeah,
repeat.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wonder what it is. Well, we should watch that, see what it is. Yeah, I've seen a couple times something I really like in this matchup from Peach is like you make their aerial spacing bad by doing a dash forward shield or a dash. Like you can mix up dash forward shield and you're ready to like hyper float and air out of shield, or you do dash back. And either way, like you can punish one of the way Puff lands. If you dash back and they don't chase all the way, then you have frame advantage.
Yeah.
So you don't get a hit directly, but you're more likely to get one. And of course, if they shield and you get the nair, that's good too.
Okay.
Still alive.
Nice.
Yep.
Good cleanup there from 2saint.
It must feel good to go out there and catch characters who are flying during the edge guard.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Could be me.
Oh, wow.
Down smash straight with that back air, I think. Lots of aerials under the platform even. I guess, yeah, what does Puff do? Like shield drop nair for that? That might be a better option than I realized versus Puff.
Yeah.
If you're right under there as Peach, because the moves are so fast and there's very little downtime in between. Maybe drill. I guess drill might be the move of choice.
Yeah. Oh.
Turn up to slap.
Yeah, just like really solid bread and butters from Bbatts. And that's huge. Like if you can get even like 40, 50 damage off one hit as Peach in this matchup.
That's more than 99% of Peaches.
That's true. I really like that mix-up, actually. The cross-up back air to apply that extra pressure and then just using the up smash to catch the out-of-shield option.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing that happens is they get away. Like,
Yeah,
you're not getting hit from the back of Peach's shield. I guess you could do hyper float back air, is that a thing? Or, like, float out of shield back air?
Yeah, I think the timing is tricky on Puff's up smash.
But yeah, true.
Yeah.
And you kind of, like, reel back a little bit even. Yeah, it has a lot of benefits for sure. Couple of turn-ups. Ends up getting the shield grab. I have noticed 2saint, I think, one of the best Puffs, at least, at getting the shield grab.
Yes.
In many matchups. And it's probably just part of playing so dynamically, because that forward smash that we just saw functions somewhat of an anti-air in a lot of matchups. Then between pulling back like a traditional Puff occasionally, coming in with aerials occasionally, what they want to do is start to fight back with their own aerials, and that's when you come in, shield, and then get a shield grab.
And Puff has a deceptively large grab range.
Yeah, I heard it's, Kat was telling me earlier, it's like more active than most of the other grabs. I didn't know that was a thing, but
Interesting.
I guess it is. Or there's like one that's more active, I forget.
Oh.
Always learning.
Oh.
Big slap. Yeah, pulls back maybe just a little too far to get a second one. Oh, that
jeez.
down smash hurts. Yeah, you'll take that one hit. You don't want to trade too much more if you're Bbatts, though.
Down throw? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
there's the anti-air forward smash, too.
Nice.
Ends up getting the edge.
Yeah, that was just like kind of checkmate there, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at that point, you can't really float any lower than the ledge anyway. Yeah, 2saint, honestly, even more than the Yoshi's game, took it to Bbatts, and that seemed to be the part of the game plan that worked out in the latter half of game 2.
Yeah, and really cleaning up the edge guards. I feel like that is
Yeah.
the part of the matchup that I look at Puff, and I'm like, okay, maybe, that is the most glaringly bad thing for Peach for me in this matchup. Just the fact that every time you're off stage, like, you can actually die. Whereas versus other characters, I don't always know that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, often Peach dies at earlier percents than Puff in this matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not common. Unless you get that up air, right?
Yeah,
the up
yeah.
air is the difference sometimes.
I'm liking this corner pressure. Like, the benefit of being a move user like a Bbatts is the fact that your corner pressure is just ridiculous as Peach, right? Because how the heck do you even take stage when there's just 15 bajillion hitboxes coming at you at any given moment?
I think that up smash, the way 2saint plays is so interesting. Because that up smash, I think, was specifically for either wave dash back or float out of float bear out of shield. And there's not much Peach can do to actually punish it.
Yeah.
So it's just very different intentional move usage than I'm used to from Puff.
Yeah, just like a safe set play, right? Like if the opponent does fall for it, okay, I've converted on a stock here. If not, I get no punish. So low risk, high reward.
Yep. Low risk, high reward is the way to play the game for sure.
Yeah, that's true. It's becoming more popular these days.
Always been good, but yeah, more widely known at this point. Tries the narrative shield. 2saint able to just barely pull back. Now off the stage. Okay, Windmill's there to help.
Thank God.
But the damage is no joke.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is where the matchup can be extremely tough for Peach sometimes. You know what I mean? Like just when you're behind and trying to get an opening without trading can just be really tough.
Yeah, exactly. You're trading, and then also you just feel so suffocated between the back air sometimes. And a mix of like that traditional suffocation back air and the way 2saint sort of just sometimes sends it. Yeah, it's got to be tough to deal with.
Yeah, so far I'm really liking 2saint's stage control. Just feeling in command of the stage in general.
That's been part of the lowering the risk and heightening the reward has been the stage control. Because at higher percents especially, it seems like 2saint's been emphasizing center stage, because then, you know, you sort of have more lifespan if you're in middle stage even.
Yeah, and that's like Peach's aerial mobility, like not always the best, you know? So being able to keep her in the corner and then convert on her landings as she's trying to get back to the center of the stage has just been 2saint's bread and butter. Oh, but an early up air kill, evening it up.
Yep, even now. And this is the swing stock for maybe the whole set, right? At this point. Oh, 2 fairs.
Double slaps.
That's not the first time that's happened either. Bbatts doing a pretty good job of reading the like immediate jump after taking a hit from 2saint. Which has to be common. You got so many jumps, you might as well use them.
Yeah. That's like Puff's most common escape option out of hit stun. So it just makes sense to read it from time to time.
A stitch.
Oh? It's a dangerous spot to be.
Oh, that up air almost shield poked, I would think. I kind of thought I was going to get one. Okay, down smashed against the wall. A really tight game, 2 stocks apiece still. This is that edge guard that's been pretty tough for Bbatts and really important for 2saint. Able to make it back to the stage, but stuck in shield. The roll, well timed.
Oh.
Imagine not an intentional Peach Bomber, but you don't see it too often.
Yeah.
I love me a good Peach Bomber, though. Okay, just out of the grab, still lives the back air.
Nice.
Yeah, Nair will do it.
Nice patience.
Yeah, and choosing Nair is it's the more lenient option, since up air is not active very long. If you know it's going to kill, that's good. And I think that speaks to Bbatts sort of being like aware of the situation in general. Like Bbatts probably had the conscious thought like any Nair will kill, like any strong Nair.
Yeah.
So you just like kind of, I don't want to say stop using up air, but aside from like hurtbox, hitbox, contortionism, you pretty much just default to the Nair.
Oh, risky dash attack, jeez.
Yeah. Those low to the ground aerials have done so much work for Bbatts. Down smash, we have a pretty even game here on last stock again. As the rock transformation rises. There's a lot of moves right above Puff, because you know Buff usually wants to take off somewhere around there, but 2saint willing to stand their ground a little bit longer.
Ooh. Okay.
And this is the opposite part of the matchup. Peach really doesn't have an edge guard versus Puff,
Yeah.
I find. You can't change your vertical space that easily. Air dodge back, maybe? Okay, using the moves. You're right, move user.
Oh.
Oh, combo. It doesn't
wow,
kill.
It doesn't kill.
They're both at death percent.
Oh my god.
The Nair does it
Yeah.
just barely, and Bbatts up 2-1.
Crucial, crucial, crucial stock. The difference between having to play one game on Dreamland and 2 is like giant. So
Yeah.
I think I did that math right in my head. Yeah.
No, you did. Yep. Twice as worse than once for sure, too. Yeah, and there it is again. Just holding shield a little bit longer, gets the Nair out. And if you're trading like percent for percent as Peach, you're pretty happy.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Okay, and this is the thing about, because I talked about how much I like the dare from Bbatts coming back. Every now and then, Bbatts just falls to the ground.
Yeah.
And then has the center stage, or does a back air dragging to the ground. And so the mix-up to get back from those disadvantaged situations where we said one of Jigglypuff's big strengths in the matchup is the actual possibility of an edge guard. And being able to stop that is very nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to keep them honest, right? You have to make them earn it.
Yeah. Because if you get knocked really far away and completely horizontal, sure, maybe you can, resign that you can concede that to being an edge guard you can't get back from. But if you're high up and close to the stage, you need to have some kind of mix-up there.
Yeah.
And we haven't even seen an air dodge yet, so there's more mix-up left.
Nice pressure there, the fair into down smash.
I like the regrab, throwing it up, covers a lot of space. Threatening with these back airs, the fairs, the quick aerials. 2saint waits it out and eventually confirms a hit of a forward air.
Another down smash sending across the stage. Yeah, I'm really liking how Bbatts is, like, Peach, generally not a quick enough character to catch Puff's landings, but Bbatts making it work. Like, being able to really restrict the angles that 2saint can land at, and punishing the landings accordingly, which is hard to do with Peach.
Yeah. And like the ending of that last stock, even both at high percents, it's exactly what you were saying. Uses a back air that's drifting just away from Puff so that if Puff jumps or moves toward Bbatts, would get hit, and there's almost no way for Bbatts to get hit. So all 2saint can really do is try to reset. That is a kill, and that's a huge difference maker, obviously, as it's now a full stock difference on Dreamland.
Yeah, now the tone of the match completely shifts, right? Like, you can already see it. 2saint's like, yep, bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, you need a couple of those huge combos as Bbatts, I think, to really come back, because it's a huge ask to win that many more neutral exchanges.
Yeah, without a jump. Oh, there's the air dodge.
Yeah, yeah, it was used for mobility, not for invincibility, but yeah, there's an air dodge. We'll count it. Yep, and that runoff back air, runoff float back air has actually been really good for Bbatts navigating that side platform situation. It's come up only a couple of times, but each time I think Bbatts has won it.
Yeah, and Bbatts is really good, and I think many Peaches these days who are using like the double jump lands and all that stuff, at feigning kind of being in a position where it looks like you can possibly punish with a move, and then just instantly moving out of the way and like counter punishing. You know? I
mean, that type of movement is multifaceted, because I'll tell you where I thought you were going with that, is that Bbatts being a move user, you almost expect the immediate out of shield bear. But if you run off just a little bit, you can sort of like pull them into your space and then punish them for it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you can use it for a bunch of different reasons.
Oh. Fair enough.
Hey, 3 stocks to 1, Peach Puff. Let's go to game 5. Yep.
Like I said, at least you only had to do that once, right? And now you have the counter pick advantage in the final game.
Bbatts playing very impressively this set, and I realize I've been talking from the Peach point of view a lot, just because that's what I know better.
Yeah, of course.
Yep, and this is the stage that I've seen chosen so many times for Peach in this matchup.
Yeah, lots of space to pull turnips, right?
Yeah, I was sort of thinking that I mentioned, only because I was just mentioning how strong I think Bbatts was in those platform-to-platform situations, or when Puff is on the plat and we saw Bbatts like navigating the space underneath it very well. But I mean, I think there's just no arguing this is a strong stage for Peach. Wow, 2saint just can't find their way in.
Yeah.
Another confirmation into an up air that KOs, and we have a narrow advantage for Bbatts. Up 2-1 in the set, by the way. This could be 2saint's last game in winners.
Yeah, there's been a few of those confirms on the pounds in the corners that have just closed out stocks. As 2saint, you kind of don't want to give those freebies, right?
Yeah.
Especially in this matchup.
Well, it's tough because you want to be able to lunge forward and suddenly take space. And it just hasn't worked the few times that they tried it. So I don't know, maybe you need to like weave out and back in with some other move, but yeah, I mean, there's been an answer so far.
Okay, so far good corner pressure from 2saint, just keeping Bbatts off stage.
I would expect on FD to 2saint to play an even more grounded game, but 2saint's taken to the air a lot more.
Yeah.
As it seems to me at the very least. Drill into up smash, that's a kill confirmed, and 2saint back in it. Okay, good back air trade.
Oh, yeah, again, see the pound in the corner is just getting owned.
Didn't want to say it too loud, I don't want to affect the players. Oh, it's a reversal! Bbatts' face is so funny.
Everyone will remember that mango combo on the stage.
Yeah.
On the stage, right? Yeah. That's just a classic moment. With this Puff.
Yes, yeah, same costume. Skin? Costume? What do you call it? Color? It's a color in this game, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I would have gone with skin or costume.
A trade. Bbatts is going to live it, though, but still, I think 2saint's made a lot of progress in that last stock.
Okay. Off stage. Oh.
Oh, yeah, it just came down so quickly. I think that if you're 2saint, you expect for that to sort of scare. I don't think Bbatts even had the time to recognize the up smash was charging because the fair was already on its way down. Oh, wow, actually able to, like, looks like smash DI, shield, and punish the down smash.
Okay, one more resource here.
Able to get to the ledge, but that back air is going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2saint just a little bit closer with each stock that passes.
And you'll take that as 2saint, right? Like, you'll take closing the gap.
Yeah, in this matchup, it's all you can hope to do, really.
Unless he gets a crazy rest. Okay.
Okay, yeah, catches the spot dodge. Way too active for that. 2saint trying to navigate the way back. A pound that actually works in the corner there.
First one that worked out.
Yeah, it was a little different though. Wow, and that's a big miss.
Expends the double jump to get that nair out.
Okay, yep, clearly looking for up airs, able to get one.
Okay, last stock, game 5.
Game 4, right?
Game 4, wait.
Wait, no, 2saint won one. It is game 5, isn't it?
Game 5.
Yeah, you're right,
They
game
just won
5.
the Dreamland.
Yeah.
Oh, big damage.
Okay, yep. Oh, that I don't think that was supposed. Was that supposed to be a dash attack? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think it was a drift in bear.
Oh, another pound that works.
They've been in different spots than the first couple that failed, so that explains it to me. Oh, a pound, I think, to save jumps and stall in the air. That is a clever use. Okay, drifts in. I think was trying to bait a roll in into nair.
Yeah, good patience from Bbatts not to roll there.
Yeah. I mean, I was rolling in my head.
Yeah, me too.
My mind had the C-stick in for sure.
Okay, this is treacherous, though. Like, one more hit from Bbatts. Up airs, it's in kill percent now.
Yeah, I mean, it's one more hit for either of them, potentially.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but now Bbatts off. And this has been a very important situation the whole time. There's the air dodge. Down to the ground. A little bit of dash dance. Able to find the room for a turn up, just barely. That's a ballsy move.
Another my God, one. Another ballsy pull. My heart is pounding.
Yeah, and I think wanted 2saint to think, yeah, now's the time to come in so that Bbatts can get one of those up airs.
Okay.
Knocks way off stage. Another edge guard situation. How many of these can Bbatts survive? Not enough. 2saint just barely pulling out the set, able to remain in winners.
Yeah, congratulations to 2saint for really like kind of grinding that out right at the end, right? Because he